back to another video. Here we are back with our Heavensward veteran player walkthrough. So last time we were able to find Y'shtola. We pulled her out of the live stream thanks to the Elder Seedseer. And she is still recovering from what we can tell, but she knows someone who can help us get through to the barrier through Az's Law. So that's where we're going to be heading to for this episode. So let's go ahead and check in on everyone. So we have Claire here. They're still in Gridania at the moment. I decided to go ahead and give her a quick costume change. I went for something a little bit more relaxed, a little more comfy. So the quest is called Onwards to Sharlayan. Y'shtola wishes to tell you more about her former master, Matoya. In my youth, I had the honor of studying under Matoya in the fields of etheric research. She was without rival. I have no doubt that her knowledge will be of aid to our cause. The question is, will she share it with us? My master has ever been willful. The gods forbid anyone disagrees with her. When the Garlean Empire first marched upon Eorzea some 15 years ago, the denizens of Sharlayan were summoned back to the motherland. However, Matoya refused to join the exodus. To this day, she lives a hermit's life on the fringes of the abandoned city. So it is to the Dravanian Hinterlands that we must go, to the place of my birth. Though Alize and I were born in Sharlayan, our days there were short. We remained only until the Exodus, and I have not returned since. Oh, so it's to be a homecoming then. A fine a reason as any to go to Sharlayan, and it would afford us the opportunity to pay my master a visit. I believe you have mistaken our primary objective, Y'shtola. At any rate, the journey will take us through largely unknown territory. Let us first return to Ishgard and make our preparations. I kind of like this look for her. Okay, so we're heading straight back to Ishgard before we head off to Sharlayan. So I mentioned this before in the last video. We have two different Sharlayans. We have Old Sharlayan and we have newer Sharlayan, which is kind of in ruins. So Old Sharlayan is off the coast of the map. It's a little archipelago. And that's kind of the main homeland for Sharlayan. At one point in the past, scholars from Sharlayan, from Old Sharlayan anyway, came back to Eorzea and they set up shop in the Hinterlands. Eventually, they grew so quick, so fast, and to such a point that they were considered one of the 6 nations. I'll talk more about that in a minute. We managed to find Y'shtola. Given time, I'm sure we'll be reunited with the others as well. So this is the Holy See. I should like to linger a while and take in the sights, but I must wait until after our mission. Sharlayan is situated in the Dravanian Hinterlands. To get there, we must strike west, traverse the breadth of the Dravanian Forelands. Make no mistake, it will be a grueling journey. The party will be comprised of Claire, Y'shtola, and myself. Tataru, pray remain in Ishgard and continue the search for our missing friends. Yes, sir. First, let us make for Tailfeather. Okay, so let's pretend it was a very long and grueling journey. And we'll just teleport straight off to Tailfeather. But yeah, so after several years there, that was also where the twins were born. So technically that was where Y'shtola was also born. I think Papalymo might have also been born there. Maybe even, yeah, Urianger was definitely born there too. But then, yeah, Ida wasn't there. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up here. Hold on. Let's just see what they have to say first before I continue. Last set foot here, Stinian and Nizel were with us. Though it was not that long ago, I find myself strangely taken by nostalgia. A long soak in the live stream followed by a long journey. I would not recommend it to anyone. But rest assured, my strength is returning to me. I shall be back to my former self ere long. Well, that's good to see, but I highly doubt that. Great new nation. Ystola is ready to press on westward to the Dravanian Hinterlands. Ooh, I get a new spear. I've been needing a new one. Okay. I believe I am sufficiently rested. Let's continue west to Sharlayan. Once we descend the mountain path, we will arrive at the Dravanian Hinterlands. From there, it is but a short distance to the city. Be warned that we shall be passing through Nath territory. We must needs be wary of them and the dragons both. Okay, sorry about that. The sun was in my face, so I kind of had to close the blinds there. But let's go straight on towards the hinterland. So let me try to explain this in a simpler way. Most of the Scions, I think with the exception of like Minfilia and Ida, were born in the hinterlands. Oh wait, Thancred too. He was born in Limsa Lominsa, but he studied a great deal in the hinterlands. So I definitely know that Papa Limo, as well as Ystola, the twins, Urianger, though they were pretty much born there. If they weren't born there, they were there pretty early on in their lives. That's pretty much where they studied, with the exception of the twins, because 15 years prior to this game, to the storyline, the Garleans were kind of marching in, and they were eventually called back to the homeland, the Sharlayans from here. They decided, screw this, we're not going to fight for this land, let's just head on straight back. So that's pretty much what happened on that front. And Alphino and Alize, they were, I think, just about a year old when that happened. Yeah, so they're 16 now, though it feels like they should be much older than that by this point, but it was 15 years ago that they were joining the Exodus and they had to leave. Only a handful of people chose to remain behind, or they went to other places around Eorzea. Most of the Scions, I think, included among them. So yeah, this is going to be the first... I feel like I could have explained that maybe a little bit simpler, but that's the basic idea of it. But here we are. And you can actually see the architecture here. It's very similar to Endwalker's Sharlayan that we're going to be going to. Like, after all this time, it's so hard to believe we're going there.
To the Thalaic River, where to the melted snows of Abelathia's spine eventually find their way by means of 1,000 silver streams.
He's such a poet.
Whose waters have long nourished the Dravanian hinterlands, and so provided for a settlement of learned souls from across the northern seas. To the city of Sharlayan, that great seat of knowledge now abandoned by her keepers, they came.
15 years have not been kind to this place. Latoya dwells on the far side of the Thalaic River. Let us search for a crossing. Yeah, so the architecture is very, very similar to the Sharlayan that we've seen in the benchmark and the trailer. So, I can't wait for Endwalker. It's gonna be great. Okay, so the funny thing here about this place is that there's no aetheryte in this particular area. There is a smaller hub city that it does have an aetheryte, but as for the hinterlands themselves, no. Go away, leave me alone, monster. The funny thing is that you can actually see, like, traces of like an Ethernet current scattered here and there, like in little broken crystals scattered throughout the city, which is like, it's like taunting us almost. Taunting us is like, sorry, you can't travel like how you want to, blah blah blah. Honestly, we could have avoided a whole lot of pain and suffering if you just left us alone. Okay. We can't fly yet. I forgot about that. Okay. Well, let's just head straight on down to the road here. It's a shame, really. Look at all these beautiful buildings. Most of them are still in pretty good shape. Just needs a little tender love and care, and I think it would be an amazing place to live. Minus all the monsters. Yeah, I can't help but feel like, I get like an ancient Greek feeling. Yeah, there, you see, that's a broken Ethernet crystal. And we have another current. That's nice here. So we are going to be heading straight up to the north. Just ignore me. Come on, I don't bother you. Gotta hand it to Sharlayan. They go all out for just the little details. I mean, if you look at this road, it's like separate tiles for each and every single one. And that's how it got that beautiful, almost like a river-like feel to it. And... oh, there's so much. Going up here? No, that way's broken. Oh! I walked right past them. But 15 years abandoned, already Sharlayan has fallen to such disarray. Verily, a city is no more than its inhabitants. Well, with no one to look after it, it's not a surprise. The bridge ahead has collapsed, so I'm afraid we shan't be crossing there, but worry not, I know another way. See the towering structure to the north? We should be able to cross there. Right, so she's talking about that great big building with the shell on it, which has Sharlayan's banner on it. Oh, another one already! We are on a roll! Assuming I'm not attacked on my way up. Okay, we've been here for, what, like 5 minutes, and already we found 3 of them. Wonderful. Alright. Just head the rest of the way up through here. There's that familiar music. They certainly know how to make things big and grand here, don't they? Do they really need an archway that big? Knowledge seeks no man. So says the motto of Sharlayan engraved upon yonder stone. The meaning is simple. It falls to us to seek enlightenment. During the Sixth Astral Era, at the turn of the 13th century, men from the northern nation of Sharlayan journeyed across the sea to Eorzea in search of knowledge. Upon arriving at these shores, they established a camp for their scholarly endeavors. Over time, this camp grew into a settlement, and the settlement prospered, and so much so that it came to be counted among Eorzea's great city-states. Yeah, I think she did a better job explaining it than I did. Alas, those glory days are now but a faded memory. What with her keepers lost to her, Sharlayan has become an empty husk of her former self. Uplander is mistaken. Sharlayan as new keepers is a cusp of new age of glory. The Goblins! They're so funny. I love the Goblins. Goblins? Here to plunder the city? Uplander is mistaken muchly. We are not thieves. This place is our home. Your home? When last I looked, it was mine and Alphino's. We were born here. Psh. When Uplanders abandoned city, Uplanders gave up claim. Born here or no, Uplanders are trespassers. I have to agree with that. I do agree with that. My friends, please, we did not come to dispute your claim to this land. Our purpose here is peaceful. We desire but to cross the river. Be calm, I beg you, and let us speak like civilized folk that we are. Surely we can come to a mutual understanding. If that is true, then Uplanders are welcome here. Come with Slowfix. Slowfix will show Uplanders settlement. I mean, I kind of understand that Y'shtola is a little bit upset that newcomers have come here, but at the same time, they can't really argue because Sharlayan did abandon it, so they shouldn't be surprised that it's empty. That's not empty, sorry. Okay. Oh, I still remember, like, back when Heavensward first came out, this whole place was really nothing more than like a bunch of tents and broken ruins, and they just sort of rebuilt that over time. I suppose it's only to be expected that others would come and occupy Sharlayan. Nonetheless, it feels akin to having strangers take over your home in your absence. Well, the home's been empty for 15 years, just move on. From the Goblins' perspective, such a well-appointed city is certainly an attractive proposition. Here is Heart of Settlement, name of Idleshire. What do we got here, Gus? Greetings to you. I'm Alphino Levier, and may I introduce my companions, Claire Fay and Y'shtola. We have journeyed far in search of a friend and seek to cross the river. But finding the main bridge collapse, you went looking for a detour and ended up stumbling into Slowfix and his crew, is that right? That is the short end of it, aye. This place, Idleshire. I came expecting a ghost town. Suffice it to say, I'm so surprised to find it so alive. Well, with all them precious artifacts lying about, 'twas only a matter of time before treasure hunters like me moved in. But we weren't the first to arrive, neither. By then, Slowfix and his Gobby friends were already settled. At first, Gobbies and Hunters disliked each other, but understanding came. Then friendship. Now Gobbies and Hunters have joined hands to build great new nation. It's so nice when we can get along. So that is what happened after we Sharlayans departed. Oh, so you're locals. No hard feelings, I hope? All these nice buildings, but no one to live in them? Felt like a waste, you know? Well, been trying to put the place to rights, and things been going well for the most part, but it ain't all smooth sailing. Not to sound ungrateful, but the traps your people left lying about are a bloody nuisance. And then there's the Illuminati harrying us day and night. Snowfix has bright idea. Uplanders desire mutual understanding, yes? Best way to understanding is helping one another. Help citizens of Idleshire, and Uplanders can be citizens too. Citizens are free to cross river. Well, I'm not aware of a quicker way to reach our destination. Let us assist Slowfix and his people. I mean, is it really such a big thing? Just let them cross the river? I mean, it would get rid of them sooner. No. I guess I got my hopes up for a new spear. Oh, nah. Stupid lack. The Goblins' perspective. Okay, so he's just saying the same thing from here. But it's such a nice area. Okay, golems be gone. Okay, so this is my spear. Slowfix wants you to eliminate the golems that prowl Idleshire. So Uplanders agree to help? Good, here's what Slowfix wants Uplanders to do. Many golems prowl Idleshire, get in the way of expansion plans. Slowfix wants Uplanders to eliminate golems. Uplanders are Sharlayan, yes? Sharlayan should know best way to deal with creatures. That's true. So we are to eliminate the golems. That should be a simple enough affair. The automata were employed as sentials, and by design can be unmade with a coded command. At the time of the Exodus, it was noughts and crosses, and I see no reason why it should not still work. Let's divide the task between the three of us. The quicker to be finished with it. Okay, so we just have to say noughts and crosses. So we only have to find 2 of them. Oh, there they are! Oh, hello, Alphino. So he's dealing with this one. I shall see to the golems beyond this point. The area yonder I leave in your capable hands. Oh, they're so tiny! Compared to how big they usually are. I don't know if you can hear that, but I got noisy neighbors. They got a bunch of kids who are very happy to be having a 3-day weekend. Or 4-day weekend, I suppose. Okay. So, knots and crosses. Okay. It's hard doing this with a controller. I have a PS4, so I don't have like a keyboard with it. So I just have to type everything here with the... Damn it. I went ahead and spoke to the novice network. Hold on. Try that again. Crap, come on! Okay, let's leave the novice network real quick. Let's see if this works now.
1 hour later.
There we go! Finally, that was harder than it had to be! Oh, with a shudder, the golem crumbles to pieces. Finally! Oh, there's the aetheryte shard. I think that's the only one. Yeah, so there's two here. Okay, so this one will be easier. There we go. This crumbles away. Yeah, this certainly doesn't look like Sharlayan work, so this is the work of the Goblins with this aetheryte. Okay. Oh, the luck. One of my golems was not receptive to the password and tried to pummel me bloody. Thankfully, I managed to dance clear of its fist and strike it down. Oh, just bad luck with you, Alfie. Please report that my golems obediently crumbled at my command. Golems are no more? Wonderful! Now we can resume work to expand settlements. Alright! Yay! A brand new spear! I really need one. Okay. And... oh, I got so much crap here I gotta get rid of. Ooh, that's a nice spear, too. Illuminati incident. Lofix has the look of a goblin who's about to ask a favor. Uplanders help Gobby flock. Earned right to be citizens of Idyllshire, but Slowfix must ask another favor. Another favor, you say? Short time ago, dear friend of Slowfix ventured into Illuminati territory. Illuminati are nasty goblins. Show no mercy even towards Gobbykin. Slowfix fears for friend's life. Please find friend before Illuminati do. I'm suddenly taken by a sense of foreboding. Be that as it may, we cannot turn a blind eye. Let us make haste and find Slowfix's friend. Okay. Oh wow, so many side quests that we need to do. I just needed to check something real quick. Wondrous Tales. Okay. For a moment, I thought it was one of those side quests that we needed to unlock the Ethernet current. Oh well, let's head out. Yeah, so the way is blocked anyway, so we couldn't go through, and even if we wanted to. So I think it would be easy just to climb up over that stuff. I'm sure we can handle that. Okay, so let's go find Slowfix's friend. You know, it really is something else how easy it is to get citizenship here. All you need to do is show up, do a couple chores with the goblins, and suddenly you're a citizen. So easy. So we're heading back down to the main part of the city. Oh, and if there's anyone wondering why that great big bubble is over the river there, you'll find out eventually. Just wanted to check something. Yes, aetheryte. Okay, and just constantly going through these real quick. I'm sure it's no fun watching me do the side quests. But hey, might as well pick it up, you know, just in case. Alright, well, let me take care of these gobbies real quick, and I'll be back once we find Slowfix's friend. Okay, here we go. So we're still in the heart of the city, and we managed to find him. Or her, I guess we should say. It's Brayfrox. If you don't remember Brayfrox, all you need to think of is the Long Stop. Yes, it's the same goblin from the Long Stop. Goodly Uplander, long time no eye catch. What is bringing Uplander here? Does Uplander have lusty eyes for junk of Brayfrox? Uplander must not be touching junk of Brayfrox. Brayfrox is finding junk first. I knew I recognized that voice. Greetings, Brayfrox. It's been a while. Forgive us for interrupting your work, but Captain Wisecat gave me to understand that you are marked by the Illuminati. This happened to be Illuminati-held territory. Is it wise to be here? Brayfrox eat Illuminati for sun-upsies. They talk so weird, I'm sorry. Oh. Who eats who for sun-upsies? Brayfrox alt talks. Unwise you are to come here after dirty taking secret knowings of cheese make from Illuminati. Yeah, it's about cheese again. Brayfrox did no one right. Cheese recipe is gobby birthright. Save tongue flaps for trading and death pet. Of course they brought a tank. I mean, who wouldn't bring a tank? I will say this, though, that would make one hell of a mount. Pray to godfathers, for punishment is near times. It appears we have no choice. You can tell she's loving this. This whole thing is so ridiculous. Brayfrox slowly do Illuminati gobby tricker too. To death pit with you. Whatever this is about, Brayfrox needs our help. It's about cheese, Alphino. Believe it or not, it's about cheese. Can't ramble before might of Illuminati. Hence came all these bombs. I've often wondered that. Spill bladder not over on strong fire booms of Illuminati. Okay. Okay, that wasn't enough. More lens fists. Yeah, more of them. At this rate. Now seems good a time as any. I shall invoke a spell. Pray, keep the enemy at bay. There she goes. Unyielding earth. Nourishing water. Become as light.
To me. How about you?
It is done. Well, that was helpful. Thank you. Amazing! How did you learn such a potent spell? Huzzah! Uplanders, Brave Flocks, and Iron Fists! Illuminati no match for furious gob fists of Brave Flocks. More junk is awaiting Brave Flocks muchly. Brave Flocks is taking leave of Uplanders. What, no thank you? Okay, so let's go ahead and head back. Ooh, let's see what they say. So that was the famous Brave Flocks. I have newfound respect for the company of heroes. That a motley crew such as theirs could achieve the feats they did bespeaks unwavering solidarity. Being embroidered in a cheese war was the last thing I expected coming to Sharlayan. At any rate, we have fulfilled Slowfix's request. Let us return with good tidings and be on our way. Okay, so let's go ahead and head straight on back. I need to go turn in that quest, so I'll skip a little bit ahead so you don't need to wait. Well, that was fun. So we made it back to the settlement without any problems. And there's Jostola. Where's Alphino? One does not simply drift in the live stream. There's constant struggle to hold on to your very essence. The experience has hardened me in ways I can ill explain. I know that Jostola was capable to evoke such potent magic so effortlessly. I must need to redouble my efforts if I'm to approach her level of mastery. Well, you're going to be becoming a sage soon, buddy, so... Uplanders are back! Did Uplanders find friend of Slowfix? Time has not cured recklessness of Brave Flocks. Without help from Uplanders, Brave Flocks would now be dead gobby. Slowfix owes Uplanders debt of gratitude. Slowfix and Brave Flocks are joined by unseverable gobby bond. If Slowfix had known that Uplanders are friends of Brave Flocks, Slowfix would have welcomed Uplanders to Gobby Flock at first meeting. Well, now he says so. Now he says so. Okay. Okay, leaving Idleshire. Wow, it feels like we just got here. Grateful Slowfix is ready to grant you your heart's desire. Ooh, really? You mean Endwalker's coming out early? Uplanders have upheld bargain most highly. As promised, Slowfix makes Uplanders honored citizens of Idleshire, free to cross river at will. Uplanders must leave for now. Slowfix hopes that Uplanders will pay many visits and help build our great new nation. I have not been here for a while. I really should visit here. You're most kind, my friend. You may be certain that we will return. I must confess, at first it upset me to learn that my home had been occupied by others, but I see now that it is in good hands. Under your care, I look forward to seeing Sharlayan thrive once more, to become a home to people of all races and creeds. Slowfix has already ordered the Gob Watch to let Uplanders through. Safe travels. Alphino, Claire, shall we then? Yep, I'll grab that. But let's do that later. First things first, let's go ahead and get the pathway cleared. It's a great cutscene, I think it's hilarious. So, are we free to go where exactly? I shall be very cross if we are asked to clear this mountain of rubble. Oh, don't worry, you don't need to. I still think it'd be easy to jump over it. Wouldn't be that hard, would it? By order of Chief Slowfix, Uplanders can come and go at will. One moment for clearing away barricade. That's right, their method of removing a barricade is by blowing it up. Finally, we can continue our journey. Oh, and you just left her there! Thank you for just leaving me there. Some friends you guys are. Oh, it did nicely, though. Bearing any misadventure, we shall soon arrive at the cave where Matoya resides. Unless you have unfinished business in Idleshire, let us strike out at once. Yeah, before we get blown up again. I'm ready whenever you are. Let's go and meet the legendary Matoya. Oh, you guys are gonna love her. Okay, so it says the same thing there. Ahead lies the Answering Quarter, where the scholars of Sharlayan gather to hone their knowledge. Even from this distance, it's plain that much of it has been given back to the wilderness. Yeah, that's true. Ooh, level up! Always good to see. Hey, Matoya's Cave. Your Stola is ready to lead you to Matoya's Cave. The cave in which Matoya resides is situated on the southern edge of the Hinterlands. In choosing the spot, my master desired privacy above all else. As such, the cave is extremely well hidden. You'll not find it unless you know how to look for it. We shall follow the road south until we reach a bridge. Rather than cross it, however, we shall ford the stream it spans, then head straight until we arrive at the base of a bluff. I shall pretend I understand what you mean. Basically, just follow the stream until we reach a dead end. Okay! Please go away, crawlers. I'm not bothering you, anyone. I'm sorry, I know it must be annoying to see me run by and collect all these ether currents. I can't help it. So let's just follow the main road here, straight down. I'm just gonna skip a little bit ahead because it's probably not fun just to watch me run from monsters, sorry. Okay, so we left the main part of the Answering Quarter behind us. We're now at the Quickspell Delta, which is further south. And we did find the Wooden Planks Road here. So once we find those, then you'll know that you're going in the right direction. As well as the Pirogos, which are these frogs. So these frogs were actually familiars. They were kind of servants of Sharlayan, but they were left behind too during the Exodus. They left a lot of things behind. Okay. Such a beautiful garden area, isn't it? All kinds of herbs grow here, and they appear very well tended. This is the entrance. You seem unconvinced, Claire. Well, that only adds to the surprise. Word of warning before we proceed. Stubborn geniuses make poor hosts, and time will have done naught to improve my master's temperament. Doubt not, but that there will be sentials and traps built to deter unwanted guests. But we'll not be deterred, will we? Go on and touch yonder wall. You will want to have your weapon near at hand. In other words, go beat up the monsters for us, okay? Before we enter. Korogo mouth traps. None shall pass, ribbit. Kinda feel bad for the little guys. They're just doing their job. Did you just help me out? Well, thank you, I guess. Okay. The Sentials may suffice to discourage the average trespasser, but not the Warrior of Light. We should be clear. Come, let us go and see my master. I love her master. She's great. Latoya easily steals the show whenever she's on screen. Man, I don't know how I would be able to stand living in a cave. That would drive me nuts.
Don't you know it's rude to enter without knocking? The youth of today. No manners at all.
Though we neglected to knock, we did create something of a commotion. I had hoped that would suffice.
Heavy-handed as ever, I see. And still not a hint of grace. Some things never change.
You can see where Y'shtola gets it all from.
To give credit where credit is due, I learned from the best. It has been too long, Master Matoya.
Indeed it has. Oh, it's good to see you again, my girl. And with your fiery spirit unquenched. But look at you, all grown up and womanly. The one there in the fancy duds, that's Louis Soir's granddaughter, I take it?
Grandson, begging your pardons. You knew my grandfather, my lady.
To be fair, they look alike.
Knew him? Ha! We were constantly at each other's throats. Like rabid dogs we were. Oh, he was a stubborn bugger, was your grandfather. Never a dull moment when he was around, though, I'll give him that. As for you, boy, I've known you since you were a rosy-cheeked babe at the teat.
And my sister too, I gather. May I say what an honor it is to meet you again, my lady?
Spare me the hollow pleasantries, boy. I'll wager my remaining good teeth you didn't come to a forgotten corner of Eorzea to flirt with a wrinkly old woman. Now out with it. What is it you need of me?
Got straight to the point, so I like her.
Azizla. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
You are familiar with it.
As familiar as one can get from poring over musty old tomes. The Allagons set the Isle afloat not long before the sun set on their empire. Old Louis Soir and I often talked about it. The place is home to a research facility dedicated to finding ways of mastering mighty beings, such as primals and dragons. And find ways it did too, frightening ones. Such secrets as lie buried on Azizla aren't fit to see the light of day. And now you tell me a band of dragon-baiting primal botherers are trying to dig them up?
Very well put out, yes.
Indeed. And to make matters worse, the Ascians have a hand in their plot. They must be stopped, no matter the cost.
I see. Very well.
You will help us then? Truly? I had not anticipated such an impassioned response. Could it be that the presence of young blood has stirred your own?
Ah, some things never change. One day that pertness is going to cost you your tail, my girl. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, so sweet. You can tell they're like family. Well, that was nice. Little adventure. Wow, my speed in the Vani and Hinterlands has increased. Good to know. So the next one is Forbidden Knowledge, but I think that this is a good place to end it right now. So I want to thank everyone. I hope you all enjoyed our little trip through the Hinterlands so far. We still have a lot more to do. The next episode is going to be all about the dungeon. So we're going to be running through the dungeon, which is the Great Goblin Library, and we're nearing the end. So I do think I should be able to get Heavensward, at least the main scenario quest, finished before Endwalker comes out. So yeah, I hope you're all looking forward to next time and finishing up the story before we go and focus completely on Endwalker. So we will put a pause on Heavensward here at the following patches, and then there's the rest of Stormblood. I know. I'm doing it completely out of order, but it makes sense to me, okay? So that's going to be it for right now. This is Fantasy Girl signing out.